Now, the January 6th House Committee has released its much-awaited report on the deadly Capitol riots. Over 800-page document includes detailed evidence compiled by the panel, underlining how one man was responsible for the siege. The report is based on nearly 1,200 interviews, hundreds and thousands of documents, as well as ruling of over 60 federal and state courts. It's been released 3 days after the bipartisan committee voted in favor of referring Trump to the Justice Department for a criminal investigation. They've also suggested the former president was responsible for a possible prosecution over his efforts to overturn the 2020 election loss. The election Trump has time and again called stolen. The committee also proposed a legislation to avoid such an incident from happening in the future, as well as creating a formal mechanism for evaluating whether to bar Trump from holding the Oval Office because of his involvement in the insurrection. Former President Donald Trump has reacted to the reports, taking to his social media app, the Truth Social. Trump called the reports highly partisan and a witch hunt, further claiming that the lawmakers failed to study the reason for the protest, that is, election fraud. The treasure trove of interview transcripts has been made public by the 6 January House Select Committee, including the full closed-door testimony of star witness and former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson. In this shocking release, Hutchinson described to the committee a wide-ranging pressure campaign from former President Donald Trump's team. She says that they aimed at influencing her cooperation with the Congress and blocking the potentially damaging testimony against Trump. The report provides the clearest look yet at what transpired before, during and after one of the most consequential events in American history.
Thank you very much. Our witness today is Ms. Cassidy in the White House Office of Legislative Affairs from 2019 to 2020. Do you swear or affirm on the...
Hutchinson says her previous lawyer, Stefano Passantino, who was also White House counsel, asked her to share as less as possible in front of the committee. As in the report, Passantino said, and I'm quoting here, "The less you remember, the better." He told her it was better to risk a contempt of Congress charge than to come clean with the committee about what she witnessed, further stating that Passantino told her she will be taken care of. The lawyer also provided his services for free, and when asked by Hutchinson, he refused to answer from where the money was coming in, only to be later revealed that it was the Trump team signing the paychecks here. The transcripts provide a window into previously known details of Hutchinson's moral struggle when she was torn between the desire to speak the truth and to remain loyal to Trump. In a televised hearing back in June, Hutchinson went public about Trump's actions on the day of the riot. Here's the headlining excerpt from that.
The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now." To which Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel, and when Mr. Renato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
Last September, she returned to the committee and privately recounted the pressure campaign, details of which have now been released. Cassidy Hutchinson.
You better run, cops!
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.